I was totally not happy of what I was doing, but I was trapped, completely trapped in the darkness and scared of dying.
Edith Dlamini grew up in a religious home. In fact, her father was a priest in the Anglican Church, but when she moved out, her life quickly took a drastic turn.
I guess when you stay alone, you get loose and you find yourself enjoying yourself. And, at home you have this thing like you're in a prison cell. So when I was out there, I was free to do anything I wanted with no one controlling my life. When you live out there, it's nice. You go jolling, you go doing discos and everything. I completely disconnected from God. I did not go to church. I just had a fun life.
But the disco music began to fade when Edith suddenly became sick.
I had a uterus problem. And I decided to go and check with the doctors, a gynecologist. So they could not find what was wrong with me. And I was in and out the hospital. So my friends would come in my house to check me out. Then that's when they brought in the issue of traditional healers or prophets, that I should try and go there. They
Edith was skeptical at first,
the issue
but because she wanted to get well, she decided to go anyway.
That I should try and go there. To this lady, she checked me using bones and mirrors and all those kind of things. She said, that's why the doctors can't find anything with you. You have a calling, you have a gift of being a prophet. And she said, if I don't adhere that to take the gift of being a prophet, I would die. So I said, okay, what is the next step?
The woman told Edith that she needed to stay with her for a 6-month initiation period. During that time, she would go to the river and revive spiritual ancestors so that she could pray for others to get well.
The way they were doing it, I did not like it. It was against my religion. But if someone tells me that I have a gift and I will die if I don't do it, do I have a choice? I did not have a choice because I did not want to die. I was so scared and I was very, very uncomfortable with the decision that I've made. But now I was so confused. And me being confused, I think the devil as well was just doing his way of me being confused. The more I tried to correct my situation, the deeper I got, the darker it got.
Instead of getting better, she got worse. Something told her to go back to church.
I met this friend of mine in church. It was a Sunday. And we talked briefly and she said, you know what, I can see you're not well. Satan never gets tired. He pushes you and he will connect you with the wrong people. That's exactly what he was doing. He was connecting me with the wrong people. And she too, she said, I will take you to someone. It was a man this time, who will deal with this thing that you've got and correct this situation. I was happy thinking that I'm correcting the situation, not knowing that I'm getting deeper and deeper than I thought. So he took me to the river and he called the ancestors the way he did. And there were 2 chickens, white chickens, and he dipped me into that river. I thought I was okay. It felt okay because now I was not sick. I thought I was okay. Not knowing that, the Lord that we save, you can't cheat him.
Edith was torn between a fear of dying and the faith her parents taught her. She decided to turn to God.
I realized that I needed to be saved. I needed to connect back to God. I was seeking for God now. And I prayed about it and said, God, I want to be delivered, but I want you to give me a pastor who will help me.
Edith met with a pastor and told him what happened. They burned everything the traditional healers gave her, and she recommitted her life to God.
That's how I got saved. He said, you know what? Satan stole everything from you. He changed everything from you and turned it around to be in a spiritual of ancestors, and yet it's not. My path was a lesson. It was God chasing me, that you know what, I chose you, that you will go and spread the good word out there. I pray to God that people should seek him and pray. And I promised him that I will never look back. The cross before me, the world behind me.